Hey YouTubers, happy Homebrew Wednesday. It's Mr. Sparty here. And I'm sorry I didn't get a video out last week. It's been busy here. I haven't had a lot going on brewing wise, so I figured maybe for a little while I'm going to be doing it every couple weeks. So first off, thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate you guys watching my videos and commenting. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bounce over real quickly. I'm just looking at my video to just a few snippets of me making banana wine. It's my first time, so I didn't make a real long video on it. Then I'm going to switch over to what I'm doing with the keggle I just got and some parts I just got in. And when all that's done, then I'll be back with you guys to talk about that a little bit. Okay, I'm getting ready to make my first batch of banana wine. Have about a little under 22 pounds of bananas, 10 pounds of sugar. I'm just filling up some water here right now to use. And then here's what I'm going to use for my setup. I basically have a 7.5 gallon pot with a, with a strainer inside it, a stainless steel strainer. And then a little mesh bag to go over this. So this is what I'm going to try to use to filter everything out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get these washed and cut them up to get ready to start adding to the pot. Okay, you can see I have all the bananas in here now. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil and then I'm going to let it simmer for about 30 minutes. Alright, so I've taken the bananas out, just kind of have them sitting in this pot right now, and I'm just bringing this up to a real quick boil just to sanitize everything, and then I'm going to turn the heat off and add the sugar, everything else, and then dump it into the fermenter. This full of out of 4 right now, just sanitizing. Dumped everything in the bucket now. Everything's been sterilized. I sterilized some saran wrap, put that on top, and it's just sitting outside cooling right now. It's probably 25 degrees or so outside, so I'm going to let it sit outside for a couple hours to cool down, and then we'll pitch our yeast. Alright, so now I'm going ahead and putting my yeast in. Now I'll go ahead and get the lid and airlock on. Here we are the next morning. Actually, it's close to afternoon right now, but I checked this morning, it was doing about the same thing. You can see it's chugging away nicely. Pitched it a little hot, but it's sitting at about, I don't know if you can see it, it's sitting at about 73 degrees right now. I'm expecting, since it's in my basement, it'll drop a little more. Here's some new things I got. I got another keg that I'm going to turn into a hot liquor tank. And then I have a couple packages here that I'm going to crack open and show you guys what's in them. Just unpacked everything I had, so this is a little digital display I got that's going to be for my electrical setup at some point. This basically just tells you the amperage and voltage coming through your system. That'll be for later. Everything else I got, though, this also is going to be part of my electrical setup. So I'm going to, when I get everything TIG welded into mine, I'm going to go ahead and get this done too. So the way this works is, let me open this up, is basically this guy will get TIG welded inside here. So it'll slide in there and get TIG welded. And then this guy hooks up, I can't do this together, but with this clamp here. and then your heating element basically goes through here with the cord and everything coming out of here. So that's kind of how that's going to work. And then for the temporary situation where I'm going to be using propane, you can basically, you know, this will be in here. You can basically just cap this up. So it'll be like that. You know, with this on it to seal it. So if you want to use propane, you can. So what I'm going to do initially is get this TIG welded in, and I'll probably use this as a propane hot liquor tank until I get my whole electrical setup done. So I just went ahead and got this stuff now. Now everything else I got is this whole setup here. So you got your dip tube. This will get TIG welded inside my hot liquor tank. I got my valve. And then I decided to go with a quick disconnects this time around. I haven't used these before, but I decided to start using those. So this will get a 1/2-inch nipple on the end of here. Because that way when I want to pop my hose on, then all I got to do is throw it in there and then clamp these guys down. And then you'll see they're clamped on there. So this guy will basically go inside here. You know. So things I got to get done, and then here's the other thing I have, is I went ahead and got, in my brew kettle I did a thermometer sight glass separate, but I decided my hot liquor tank to go ahead and do these combined. So the way this guy works is this piece here gets TIG welded in, and then this screws right into here, and then your sight glass screws on top of here. So the sight glass basically goes in here. So what I got to get done still is I'm going to have this TIG welded in. I'll have this TIG welded in, and then I got to have that TIG welded in. So that's kind of the setup I got. So all I got to do now is I got to get this top cut off. I need to get my holes drilled. I need to get a bigger step bit, so I need to get my holes drilled. You know, I need I think a 1/2-inch hole for that. The same for this one, and then I believe this one takes like a 2 or 1.5-inch hole. So I got to get all these drilled in there, and then I got to get it TIG welded in, and then I can get this going in action. But there you go. There's all the presents I just got in the mail today, including this little guy here. So hopefully at some point in the next month or so I'll get this going and get everything cut off and get the holes drilled in, but there's just a quick shot of everything I just got. So you guys saw that I made the banana wine. It's chugging away. In fact, I just pulled a sample. It's been 6 days. See, it's very cloudy. It looks a lot better than it did at the start. You know, it kind of looks like dishwater when you first make it. Now it's got kind of a yellowish tinge to it. Definitely get a good banana smell off it. I know Justin said once you get down to like 1040 that you should rack this off into secondary. So, and what you guys just saw, I'm going to stop and start this a few times because I know that I have sound syncing issues, so I don't know if that'll help it or not, but this is it. So you know, if I had to guess, I forgot to take an OG on this. I was just so rushed, but oh my, that is so good right now already. It's probably sitting at about 6 or 7% right now. I could bottle that right now and drink it. It's got a really nice, smooth banana flavor to it. I gotta say, I was shocked when I tried this. It still smells kind of hot, but when you taste it, it's very smooth banana flavor. Wow, that's good. I look forward to that at some point. So like I said, right now it's at 10:40, so I'm thinking maybe tomorrow or Saturday I'll rack that off and do a carboy and let it sit to finish fermenting out. Now with the keggle, I started cutting the top off it, and then I noticed that my cutting wheel was getting really small and I didn't have any more, so I went out and picked up more today. And I picked up some larger step bits. So I'm thinking this weekend I'm going to cut the top off and maybe drill some of the holes for the components, and I'll shoot some video of that. The other thing I have going on is Friday I am picking up 11 gallons of fresh pressed cider. I found a place that had a really good deal on them, so I'm going to brew up 2 huge batches of cider, and I'll shoot some video of that. Other than that, this is already getting long, so I don't want to keep going on it. So again, happy Homebrew Wednesday. I'll keep watching your guys' videos. Thank you to all my subscribers, and cheers. And thanks again, Justin, for shooting your video on this. If you guys haven't checked out Justin's channel, his YouTube account is Oram, O-R-A-M Wines. Go check him out. And he's got some real nice recipes out there. I kind of mixed his with a Homebrew Talk one, and so far I'm very happy with it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.